Have you heard of Nag Hammadi? No? Let me tell you about it. The Nag Hammadi Library is a collection of 13 ancient books called codices, containing over 50 texts. Texts that present a radically different view of early Christian beliefs.
During the early race, man wanted real estate, so he started building shape. Others started to fill away, though they started killing snake. Those of the worldly faith found themselves in pearly gates, left his seat as girl inflates. Blessed he who elevates, set the tea and meditate. Rain splash off of the stained glass. Medieval cathedrals that still stand in Spain and France. Skeleton fingers, how many diamonds his ring had. The courts had green grass, the hawks took spring baths. Across where kings clashed, they fought for the queen's hand. A masterpiece done by priests. Refractory property so unique. Sister goes Sophia in her holy seat. Her feet Alistair Crowley sleeps. It's where Kiss and Bon Jovi meet. The Greek, the beast, the owl covered in rosaries. Prophetess, potions and poetry. Abraxis Rebis Simha, the lion called Simba. When rhyming I'm the Templar. The troubadour, make music for the temper. The rooster call from roof to floor, the eyes in the center. The truth is all manly hall, what lies within the picture. The fruit don't fall, nuclear war that ties within the scriptures. The zodiac sign of Hitler, more than one Jack the Ripper, more than one Shakespeare. For some of it take years. The Nag Hammadi god body that practice motionless karate. The dragon on my Vatican Armani. Nag Hammadi, Nag Hammadi. Craft I'm in, I'm mastering. The carpentry, the scaffolding. Corian stones to cornerstones. When I grab the pen, I fall in my zone and reach the African. Plastered in the walls of Rome, the priest is practicing. The royals on the doors of the dome, pads and fabric skin. On the mountain surrounded by columns, writing my album. All alone like a minute of solemn, solving my problems. Gothic sanctuaries, the wall of St. Mary's. The Gospel of John is scary. Lately I've been drinking heavy, reading Psalms with nervous palms. Open the vote, grab my sword and my coat of arms. Murder I wrote. Nag Hammadi Library.
I hear spirits I'm aware when they whisper. Books and steps climbing up my stairs in the mirror. Zodiac webs, but the air in a twister.
The Nag Hammadi god body
rare for the listener. Yo, Nag Hammadi, Nadi Maki crusade. Good lord, hook saw chopping with the moon blade. 10 planets in my space, jamming with the tunes played from sampling the groove late. Acoustics, he's not in his body, but after all, he asked the all, so he's not in his body. Nag Hammadi, disagree, but really, could've Nag Hammadi. Nag Hammadi's body, Sakura Karma, Hama robbery. Nagasaki thought train, Nazi trolley stopped his folly. I'm a turbulent legend, heads were told by how to spot me. Never poke a dot on a leopard, the grand menagerie. Right before they make their next move, they say the planets watch me, follow me forever. When the camera shot me, Mandelbrot me, cosmic egg, Nag exotic beaches in the sand in Bali. Woke up a giant, lost the trees upon the land with broccoli. Y'all don't understand it probably. Kick inside the gown of Lakshmi, never reached the ground the top. You see me, and they found the mock, they found the copy, sound karate. As speaking, I found the cocky on the clock, I knew the doom. Mask up underground Gaddafi, ancient astronaut from Mali. Yes, I'm high, but not on Mali. Exercise Pilates, daddy cars with wands. Manuscripts, but couldn't hold the manuscripts of Marvel Khan. Shalom, Lake-O-Matic carbine. Painted me in dark bronze, apocryphon of car. Hypostasis of the archon. Delete computer cookies out the language to the jargon. Avians, Acadians, praying on the Sargon. Start calm, then it got crazy up in stark calm. Intelligence that blew their brains, they say I was a smart bomb. Creation, yo, extra helio, made out of nothing. Society is fake, it's a great amount of bluffing. Ancient books looking like they just came out the oven. Yes, it is Mazda Vegas, living water, mystic order, Yahweh ain't as cold as his. Nag Hammadi codices. Lamb upon the codices, the solar bridge exploded lids. I showed the kids to stand on top of lotuses. Bible or eyeball, lyrics in the sky wall. Miracles inside Paul, my ministry. See men as trees, my enemies see in them easy. Right with venom, inquisition, writing still, leaving books burning like the Inquisition. Never ask forgiveness, astrophysics, back to business. Globe models hanging on my balls, call it sacrilegious.
That tells a completely different version of a story you thought you knew by heart. These manuscripts were hidden for a reason. In the end, Nag Hammadi's texts aren't just relics. They're a bombshell on traditional teachings, showing us just how diverse and dynamic early Christian thought was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naga body, God body.
That's it.
Let's
The
go.
practice motionless karate. All right. So we got the Septenaries in the building. Okay. We got the Septenaries in the building.
Sevens.
Indeed.
Yes.
So, priest and the priest John yet? We still got Walter there. Walter still.
Nah,
We're gonna see if we can
no
summon
priest.
priest up.
Priest is in. Yeah,
Okay.
priest is in.
Okay. Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. You gotta see. Me and priest are, before getting into this first, the great archon in that seventh bar. Me and priest are very big fans of the Twilight Zone, and
Yes.
I don't know the episode. I know the name. Long live Walter Jameson, I think.
Yeah, Jameson. Yeah. Yeah.
Pre-sampled, I think, a clip of it from, I think it was Psychic World of Walter Reed. I think he sampled.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he sampled that, but we were watching it like it was just, we were just having a conversation about it, and realized like a Twilight Zone is like 30 minutes of full pack. You can get everything right there, right?
Yeah.
And so if you look, if anybody's able to follow that episode, you will see almost a glaring reflection of what I mean by Walter and Priest. In this episode, this guy he's a professor and he's teaching class, right? But he talks to his students like he actually was there. Like if he's talking about, a war, he talks like he was there, very vivid, right? And the professor, the dean
There you
of the
go.
college, yeah, that's it. The dean of the college was out one day just listening on the class. Was like, man, like, damn, you be talking like you really like you lived it. And he was like, oh well, So he's actually married. He actually wants to marry the dean's daughter.
Daughter.
So he's invited to the house for dinner that night. But the dean was looking through some old books and old history books, and saw his face, this guy's face, and he was like, so he was gonna confront him that night after dinner, and he did. And what he said was like, "Yo, like, I found these pictures. Is this not you?" And he was like, "No, that wasn't me. How could that be me? It was so many, so much time ago." The thing about it was the guy that he was pointing to in the picture, Walter, he hadn't aged a bit. So that was almost like impossible. So he was like, well, this is, I don't believe it. Like, this has to be you. You got to tell me the secret. How is that? This is you. So he finally admits it. And he said that he was a alchemist, right? Searching for the elixir of life. He was in the laboratory working, and one day someone appeared and gave him a little bit of the clue of what he needed to complete the process, and he basically got the ability to be immortal. And he said, he was explaining all the places how he's been throughout history. He said he went as far back as to say, so you knew Jesus? He was like, yeah. I was there. Right. Yeah. And he's like, so how, he's like, well, the guy was like, so my daughter's going to get old and you will remain the same. And I don't know if I want that for my daughter. And this a bunch of stuff. It's very good dialogue going on. At the end, there's something that happens, and I won't spoil it for the listener, but it's very, it's one of those jewels tucked away that I don't think Priest may have ever discuss that on the craft.
Yeah, we haven't touched on that. That right there, that's a deep one right there.
Yeah. I guess I could call some of these my table talks with priests, right? Like these are things in my personal bills and
Sure.
conversation. We be getting into some wild stuff in Messenger. Like I hit him up, California from Texas. The time different, but he be up drinking tea. And I'll be like, hey, look at this.
And he hit me with some mind blowing stuff, and it's just it all relates. Yeah, it all relates, man. And we be talking about movies and those things that motivate you.
Yeah, I'm just trying, I'm trying to get the best out of him. And also, you got to summon him. It's almost like, you remember watching I Dream a Genie? He had to rub that lamp.
The right way.
Friction.
You got to rub it the right way. You can't just touch it.
Nah, he's not. They call them. What do y'all call that in the lodge, God? The cowards and eavesdroppers, right?
Right.
Want to get those passwords, signs, symbols, or whatever, and you can have it if you.
Yeah, I don't know what for.
If you got it right, what you need it for, but for if you're a said person of that ability, right? But priest is sort of the same thing. It's like I think he's had many journalists and people that interviewed him that they just didn't ask those questions. Like I don't think he should have to. I mean, he's like, I'm already creative on my projects. Do I have to sit here and
coach you?
Court you to ask me, because they ask the same questions. They want to, and I would see it. I would sometimes text him laughing like I saw that interview, like, so absolutely nothing got asked, So hopefully we could do a little, something different. That bar, God, what's that seventh bar again?
Yeah. We hear you. Man, what is
no job? Ask the gods what that 7 entail. They told me beware of the one who is weak, wicked, and pale. I look towards the stars, but all I see is chemtrails. I look to the yard, all I saw was windmills.
Windmills, wow. I didn't catch that. Wow. We're soon gonna be getting into some windmills. Word.
Yeah. But So you already know the tale of the older gods. It's like in the beginning they was letting me know who was the weak, wicked, and with the lessons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had to go in, and then I've physically seen it. You know what I mean? And done to me. So I shared that. I shared that part because it meant a lot to me with the world, with the universe. With the pen. So the gods, the G's, the power, the nickel is powerful. Yeah, exactly. It shines a bright.
I think that's interesting about you that everyone knows you from heavy. I don't think heavy mental does it's displayed, but let's say everyone knew you to be. Well, maybe Bible shows a little bit, but knew you to be this, this one of the gods of like the Hebrew Israelites, right? Like one of the hip hop artists that was kind of coming from that current. Like De La Soul was, I don't know if a lot of people know, were like they were Nubians, Nubians as they were called at the time, right? The Ansar Law community to some. Word to Rasul. Pickle Man. So like Jazzo, Jay-Z, they came through it with weren't they also called like the Islamic Hebrews? I think they were called
Nubian Islamic Hebrews,
yeah. So they were doing it that way. And so Priest, when he came out, I think everybody kind of knew Like, oh, like he's with the woo, but he brings a different element to it, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
what I noticed was that as priests, the projects came out, God became indivisible, right? Like it didn't become, well, I'm a 5%er, I'm a this, but
Yeah.
it was like bringing it all together. Like I saw that, I feel I saw that develop. So it's interesting when he's saying the gods, he's not speaking to a certain sect of those who call themselves, everybody call themselves God. Now that was something that was only usually you
Right.
heard from the 5% Nation of Islam or the Nation of Gods and Earth, and now
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't even hear that so much with the NOI, not so pronounced as it is today. But now everyone uses the God, the conscious community,
Mm-hmm.
that concept. But I think that Priest was the one that was bringing that, harmonizing that together. If you listen to him on View from Masada, there's a track, I forgot the name of it, but he's talking about the resurrection of
Where do
Clarence
we?
13X students.
Yeah.
He was just talking about these different aspects, like basically
Mystic City.
harmonizing, bringing all of those things together. So for me, that verse was, speaking to everyone, and then no one is left out when Priest is
Right.
spitting. You see that, God?
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. Universal. Yeah. I see that's right in his act.
Yeah,
Universal.
yeah,
Like
It's
it's like
universally specific. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lord. Go ahead.
yeah. So like Dragon Ball Z is like everybody has a piece of the ball, and then when you get the seven, the balls in Dragon Ball Z is seven that completes it all. But
wow,
it's some here is like the body of a saw, like scattered through. So you get a piece of it, and then it magnetically all come together. But
wow,
each of them
yeah,
have like the missing link to each is a chain of thought.
I like that. Yeah, yeah, Priest coming in now. Yeah,
That's it.
You
let's get
hear
it.
him, right?
Yeah, I
You
hear
I
him.
hear
moved
him?
out the
That's
way. You
that's
see that
it.
real quick, like the
Yeah,
Matrix. I was like, all right, let
Yeah.
me move
yeah,
out the way.
Um.
yeah, yeah.
So, God,
My voice will
when
begin to change.
yeah, right. Like I heard when Doggy
Yeah.
Diamonds asked you a particular question, and you kind of stood forward in your seat, and you was like, "Yeah, uh-huh, let's do that." um.
Right.
So, God, as we're gonna be intermixing it with the tracks, but I was
Okay.
talking to Knowledge Born about, so when back in the days, I was an MC. Who was it, right? But I know
Hmm.
that when you are writing, if you really are attempting to perfect the craft, it starts to develop. The bars develop. If you go, I don't want to include heavy mental, but from a view from Masada,
Hmm.
uh, when there's different chambers you went in to I vividly remember what the offering sounded like. I even
Mhm.
Hmm.
remember, was it Elizabeth? Is that the
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
Elizabeth.
like
That was
Elizabeth, right?
strange. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
strange. I don't know where were you at in your why Elizabeth?
um, it was a sense of the killer, almost like the horrorcore. So
Hardcore.
Elizabeth was about Elizabeth Bathory. If you do some research on the vampire princess,
Hmm.
and I was just in a crazy chamber at that moment. And I just was like, yo, I'm gonna just I'll create
Oh, yeah.
my own Mary. Just it was just like a dark. Now,
Yeah.
I don't want to say a dark period, but artistically, it was just like when I read about her, like um Elizabeth Bathory, she was
Hmm.
a female vampire that was crazy. So I was like,
Wow.
oh man, this is crazy because I felt my art was turning into something like that, like horrified,
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
So
Wow.
check out her movies and stuff like that. Yeah,
So I never
she's
knew that.
crazy.
I never knew that was. I never knew that
Elizabeth
because I
Bathory.
know. I remember
Yeah.
the production. Was that Wolf? Did Wolf do the production on that
Yeah.
album?
Yep. DJ
Wolf
Wolf.
did that.
Yep.
Let
Yeah.
Knowledge Born, can you
Well,
find out something real quick? I want to see something. When did the movie Twilight come out? I want to see, was this before or after?
wow.
Just like where I like to go. I'm a
2008.
Gemini, so
Yeah.
2008.
hmm
When did
Mm.
Priest drop Elizabeth?
2009.
So
Wow.
Priest.
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm just trying to think because
Mhm.
I know a
Twilight
lot of
Zone.
times you're not even paying attention to what's even going on in mainstream media. You're not you be in your own zone.
Yeah.
Were
Yeah.
you
But
aware of that movie before you dropped that?
nah, you got to remember it came out then, but I didn't create it then. So if you go
Ah,
back,
right,
so
right,
when
right, right.
right, so when I was doing it and production, I was just at warm, and I was just like, yo, I'm gonna do something hard. I was always, on that side too, wanted to tap into that like that type of chamber.
Yeah,
But thus be the name, the Grave Diggers,
yeah.
and I wasn't aware of it though. That make this a long. I
Mm.
wasn't aware of the
I believe
Twilight
you
Zone.
because
I
a
mean
lot of times
Twilight.
I can't find Twilight. We can't. Oh, look at that Twilight Zone and Twilight.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking about that because I know that for a fact. Like I'll sit back, like even with Abraxis, I am, you know, I'm deep
Yeah.
in the occult. I'm very much aware of,
Mhm.
not so much books people put out now. Books that people put out now are just books about books. It's like
Mhm.
I like to study the James Brown of the occult, the major arcana
Mhm.
of those books. So usually when I hear a writer writing about something, I know where he was pulling from. So with
Mhm.
Mhm.
you, I know for a fact that when I'm listening and like to Abraxas too, the maybe the language, but
Mhm.
then at the same time, there's no like there's no father to it, right? Old dirty bastard, right?
Right.
You can't trace the birth record.
Right.
Ain't that what one of
Right.
your favorites said? Knowledge born, many have fallen from grace trying to trace the origin. Master Killer on one of the Sons of Man
Yes.
albums, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
I remember that because
Woo!
it's
So Bob.
related to how I look at those who get caught in me and Priest has talked many times about different chambers that he has been the architect of, how people would imitate that chamber and they would get lost in it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
They,
just heard the whole cadence of ether with
mm,
Excalibur. I told the God, I was like, this is the energy that created ether. This is the flow
Wow.
pattern, this is the cadence, and this is the delivery. So there's
I
a
can see
father
that.
and there's God's son. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm gonna say
mm.
for
Right.
real for when we do the Patreon. So there's a father and
Oh
there's God's
my
son.
Hmm.
God.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be easy on that.
That's crazy.
Just know
Yeah, we were actually
we can
listening
hear it.
together to
Oh, yeah.
Excalibur
Yeah,
Oh
we can
my
hear
earlier.
it.
goodness.
I
We
wanted
can
to
hear
show
it.
And
him
I
that
was
Excalibur is layered in
wow.
something.
Yeah.
It's a lot being said
Yeah.
in Excalibur.
Yes.
A lot being said. A lot being
Yeah,
touched the pen.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Um, that's the competitive nature of rap.
Mhm.
And it's like who else you gonna call on but Excalibur? Let's
Right,
turn it medieval then if we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
right.
It rhymes. So
Right. That's that
then it
chamber,
turns
that iron sheik. That I actually, when you're
Yeah.
that aggressive, how you
Yeah.
are on fourth chamber, I was telling
yeah,
Knowledge Born earlier. I said I like that's that iron sheik from the Middle
yeah,
East, that aggressive like that, you
yeah,
know, Hulk
yeah.
smash type. Priest is almost like
Right.
that, right? Like the Black Hulk, right? Like they said that with the Hulk, he gets the angrier he gets, the more powerful he becomes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It seems to be what priests
Was
is
it
like too.
Bruce Banner?
Bruce
But the
Banner.
They didn't meet Lord Messiah. That's why they know I am
Lord
true.
Messiah.
Lord Messiah spared no one.
You think God? Hey, you think you would have stayed in the? If you had been the ninth member, would you have kept that name, Lord Messiah? Because I mean, you God was kept. You know. Do you think you would have kept the name Lord Messiah?
That's a great question. That is a great question. I couldn't say I would have because, but I probably would have held it a little bit longer. But then there's different times and different periods. So I would say no. I wouldn't have kept it, but it'd have been a staple.
Yeah, that's dope. Hey, priest is definitely in the building now. The priest meter is up. So, hey, feel free to take your time with any question. We definitely want to hear from
I
priest.
definitely will.
God, there was something about me also spoken about, me and Knowledge Born spoken about earlier, was can you really track when things change for you? Like I can remember the era, or I don't want to say era, but when you got with God's wrath. When you got with God's wrath, right? I said you finally got, not that all the other producers was not great. We love you have a chemistry with True Master and Fourth Disciple. But let's say there were paintbrushes that you hadn't used. And when you got with God's wrath, it definitely allowed you to get that off. I was like, you're there. You're there. And I felt like, I said, damn, he's probably, this is mastery, because I was like, it was so great that I felt like, why would you so-called leave? Why would you leave that chamber? But ultimately you move on. You know what it's like? It's like Dr. Bruce Banner. He goes into a town, he's there, right? In the TV show, and he's like, he wrecks shop, get shit together, and then at the end you hear that theme. It's called the Lonely Man's theme. Boom, 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 boom. And Priest is on to the next project.
Right.
Yeah.
Hiking up the road.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
With the reporter behind him.
Usually, Mr. McGee. Mr. McGee. Yeah, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry, Mr. McGee.
He only told that because Mr. McGee would disturb him a lot, right? Yeah. He wanted to know, he knows something about him that you need your Mr. McGee.
Yeah. You know what it was? Mr. McGee kept trying to go through the back door. He actually sort of knew that was, he didn't know how. Right. Yeah. But he was like, you know something about that, what they call, I don't know if they called him the monster or the creature, I don't recall. But he was like, you know something. He was like, hey, you go keep coming around here, and I'm gonna give you what you looking for. That's what he says when he says, Mr. McGee, please don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
So I guess proverbially, I would look at the end of each episode of the Hulk, whoever picks David up on that next, wherever he's going, is those producers that preach hikes a ride in their vehicle onto the next project, if you will.
Yeah.
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 How you see that, Knowledge Born?
I would relate it to Highway to Heaven. I was a big Highway to Heaven. I still am. I still am. And Taxi being adjacent, right? Good night, Mr. Walter. At the end of the joint, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you out there traveling, and
Wow.
The thing about it was, well, Michael Landon, he had a constant with Victor that was rolling with him, or Mark on the show. He had a constant, and the only thing that was constant in the travel from the Hawk from one place to the next was one place to the next. He didn't have a constant, except for the reporter who was a constant. He was like the companion with him on the journey, but not like Mark. You see what I'm saying? So when Michael Landon got out of pocket and he was flipping, Mark was still there. Mark could bring him back, and he could bring Mark back. You see what I'm saying? So the part that the Hawk had was to try to remain hidden, but he ain't remained hidden for a whole episode. It didn't matter. Some circumstance or another, it was going to come out, and that's the incredible Hawk, right? So it wasn't something that he could control. In fact, he didn't even seek to control it in the show. He tried it for a second, but once it was summoned and called for, he was excited. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So after that, you has to come back to the realization that that head went from big to small. His clothes is ripped, and he in the alleyway somewhere. He always ended up in the alleyway some kind of way, and he could come back into himself. You see what I'm saying? So he could come back into himself. So do you sort of teeter in between that? Because there's a question in there. Do you sort of teeter in between that on how hard you go on a song or a verse? Or how do you come back to yourself and pull yourself? Because you go immerse into that world, right? And you're not angry. You understand what I'm saying? One of the things that the Hawk said in the Avengers joint was, I'm always angry. This is what he told his man. Like, yo, you don't get it. I'm always angry. You know what I'm saying? So, how do you go
That's a great question.
And become that, and then how do you decide, when to pull out?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a great question. Concepts is, well, I'll put it this way. The knowledge is infinite. Music is the kind of like the capsule which I take. So it's music at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a concept. When I'm in that chamber, it depends on where I'm at that moment.
Yeah.
I exhaust myself in it. I exhaust myself at that time doing that project. But I always have more, because after I finish, I'm thinking of more stuff. I'm just thinking of more stuff. Not that I could have put to that, but it just changes lanes. Like, okay, that opened the door to something else.
Yeah.
So I want to tap into maybe this subject matter, maybe that, like Mr. Universe. That was something, and then sometimes it just happens. It switches, it's like leaves change, it happens.
Wow.
Sometimes it's controlled, and sometimes it's not.
Dude, that's interesting. I wonder, are you? So I have been having discussions with you about some subject matter, and you'll be like, "Yeah, I got something. I did that. I already have that." I was like, "Did you?" He's like, "You like, yeah, I haven't put it out yet though." And so, how many albums would you think that you have tucked away?
No, okay. We all lost track. I don't lost track. Like albums, I may have like 9, maybe like 9 albums. I would say like 9 albums.
Oh wow!
And some of them could be doubles. Like it's different from songs, but I'm talking about concepts that I can't, because it was just the pandemic. Things change, switch it. And then the producers, the producer level, it was all different. I started doing things myself, and then I have producer I work with, and then looking forth. We didn't drop that yet. Shout out to Forth. But we didn't drop
What do you
Celestial
call
Grammar yet,
celestial grammar? Yes.
and
Wow.
I have it. And I'm like, oh my god, like certain things I forgot, and then when they come back, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh man, just like Abraxis series, you know.
Yeah. So that's where I want to go at real quick. We might, we're even veering off from that Septenaries, but it's still God,
It's a
right?
3 coming too, huh?
Three. What's coming? Three what?
Yeah, you just
Oh wow, that's an exclusive
they,
there, right? I think you were hinting at that too on a few other podcasts, like you still have more to get out.
it's I don't want to spoil it before, but
Yeah.
there's other. It's like once I finish, and then it was like, what about this? Like, oh damn.
Right.
But certain things we can't. Everything
Yeah.
is where it's at for the best of hip hop to my ability.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. I think that's good because you're allowing the listener to grow.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
not
Definitely.
necessarily grow with you, but like grow like
Definitely.
what Ghost says, like waiting on babies. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But you're taking them educating, right? Like under
Yeah.
your tutelage. I never
Right.
seen. I think I said this the last time. Never seen someone. We see people fan out, but never seen such enlightened fans. You know what I'm saying? That
That's pretty sweet.
everybody you can't even say be the typically woke person and not know who Killah Priest is.
That's pretty
I
sweet.
don't see
But
how one can do
right.
that. So I asked that, do you consider yourself like whatever the subject matter is, are you like a method actor? Like for instance, Denzel went before filming Malcolm, he did everything. He
Yes.
fasted, he went to Mecca, he did all of these things. He wanted to be as authentic as he possibly can.
Yes.
Is there times that you try to immerse yourself in the subject matter to, you know?
Yeah. You get pulled in. It be so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Sometimes it pulls you in itself,
Hmm.
and it's like, yeah, I like to go into it with a full
Right.
mind and my whole being in
Hmm.
that subject and around that
Yeah.
whole thing because it's like, but this is the first time that I have not albums but real albums, not just songs just around with subjects, and
Really.
they kind of overwhelmed me this time because I was like, well, damn, I gotta still do this, but everything's in due time though.
Yeah.
So I think that everything that's coming is coming right on time. It's a good problem to
Where it's
have.
supposed to. Yeah, it's a good
Right,
problem to have
right.
because, and
Yeah,
that goes back to the concept of you also not losing the edge. Like it seems like you keep
definitely.
getting better and better. And everybody says that, like, this album, but in truth, we I can objectively watch and go, okay. I mean, you did a whole album on the forest, my G. You know what I mean? The whole entire
Word,
album. Cats can't
word.
can't hold a subject matter on one song that track that long. You know what I mean? Let alone an
Right.
album and the way you approach it. And so that I wonder, would you want the trade off of,
Well,
let me just tell you what I'm doing right now while I'm asking these questions. I'm looking at,
right.
you know how there was a time back in the day, me and you went through Rap Genius and we were correcting lyrics that they had in there
Thank
for,
you.
I don't know if it was, yeah. So
Yeah,
they got
they don't get
various
it.
scriptures here, right? But they only got like, I was surprised they had the Great Archon, but they only have a piece they got half of a verse. I don't know. You know what it is? I didn't realize that Rap Genius, I think you have to be a part of it and you go in and put the you actually
Oh
add
yeah,
the lyric. I'm thinking that's what happens because I can look right here and it says the
I'm trying to go on.
contributor, right, buried, they
Never
only
get it
got
right.
half of the verse. That just in case,
Yeah, they
so that verse starts just in case you thought the first verse was fluke. I converted my verse and buried it in the nukes while immersed in the
yeah.
booth. My work is the proof, and
Uh,
that's all that's there.
oh,
Yeah,
that's purpose.
that's
Yeah,
purpose. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's purpose.
yeah.
He said
But they
that's
actually
before you
have
think the
on
first
that
was a
purpose.
fluke.
Maybe purpose put that in there. I don't know, but it didn't finish it. I don't know, but it doesn't have
Yeah,
anything else in it. But I want to try another one of the verses tracks and see. I don't know if you can too, knowledge born. Like buried scriptures is definitely not there.
I
I
no,
want
tried
to
it two
ask
different ones.
something in regards to relating the two worlds of heavy mental in this album. You know, every album there is some sort of point back to heavy mental. So in
Heavy
Alpha
metal is the
Omega,
great archetype, I think.
right, right.
Like that's
So
why I never wanted to compare it to any to be put into. It's almost like it's the umbrella which all the other.
right.
Yeah,
So in heavy mental, you don't need a passport. All you need is a thought, right? So in Alpha Omega MC, you make reference
cemented.
again.
yeah,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you start to look at your travel in regards to your own development, heavy mental is not your root, right? Heavy mental is not your root, but heavy mental is
Mm,
the fruit that is there
mm,
that is most identified. So it's
mm-hmm.
so captivating that people could get stuck there and they'd be thinking, okay, this is his only album. You understand? Like there is a prison,
Right,
right? You know what I'm saying? It's like
right,
Dr. Variety, you see what I'm saying, on that island. You see what I'm saying? You on that island over
right,
there, you get caught up and you'll miss everything
right,
else. So if you're
right.
thinking about 25 albums later,
hip
you
hop.
eat
That heavy metal came out in what 97, 96, 97.
98. 98.
What
Yeah.
That's when he
98?
was yeah.
Wow,
But
because I know
it
I
was like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said though, it wasn't created then though. It was created
it
way
wasn't
before that.
created then.
yeah.
That's why I had to stop and certain like on certain songs. That's why I had to say 9-7,
And the
9-8.
second version. Yeah.
Yeah,
And what is it like? The
Yeah,
second or the third version is the one we actually heard. You see what I'm saying? So
exactly,
yeah.
exactly, exactly.
I think while heavy metal is great, remember too how people view a lot of albums and projects is also based on where the industry is. Hip hop, the industry was quite different at that time when that dropped. So that's why people, you know how many different rounds of this thing we've been through when lyrics didn't matter, when lyrics
Right.
did, and like we front like, hey, when we talk hip hop, don't nobody talk about that electronic, that Captain Rock, that
Yeah.
Mantronics, Man Perish, or the
Yeah,
what's the jam on it, Nucleus. That's hip hop too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
But we
yep,
like
Right.
skip over that shit like it was the
yep.
80s
Dun, dun, dun.
synthesizer type. But
Yeah,
that all of
Right.
that was a part um of something. I think Priest even captures a lot of
I
that
like that.
on
Yeah,
yeah, you like that. I love that you
um,
captured that on Please Don't Sit on the Speaker.
Speakers. Yeah.
That's one of my
yes,
I was late to listen to that. I was like, do you realize how
man.
fucking good this is?
Yeah.
The
Like he
jewel.
captures
Oh
it.
man. Yeah,
Yeah. Um
Like
that was one.
like you scared to
Yeah,
blink through the whole album. You got your eyes open, like, wait a minute, dog, I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want to
yeah.
miss nothing. Quintessential
Yeah.
essence of hip hop.
glad
So
you
most
put that.
people only have 20 years of hip hop out of this 50, 51 years. They got
Yeah.
20
Yeah,
years. And it's not consecutive. It's not even coherent enough for them to qualify in regards to hip hop. Because 73 to 83, forget about it. 83 to 93, maybe. Right? So if
yeah,
you keep on going, you run out of spaces. So all you got
yeah.
is whatever came out within these last couple of years. So you got wherever you started at, and then have it goes after. So
Yeah.
there's 20 years of hip hop. The first 20 years of hip hop, most people don't even have no account of.
It's real. Wow.
From
Wow.
73 to 93, they don't have it. They don't even have it. Most of them weren't born.
Mm,
So they don't even have it. They don't have it. They weren't introduced to it either. So 93, that's kind of defining in the space of boom bap era, and that goes from that to whatever happens in 2003. 93 to 2003, forget about it. You saw it and it left. And it left.
Mm-hmm.
So 03 to 2013, what was that? You understand what I'm saying? So you had to have been cemented in a sort of place or have some frame of reference, because there was a lot of great hip hop that came out, but you didn't get it. You got whatever came out with the videos and was on the radio. So now, if you take 2013 to 2023, forget about it again. So you coherently don't have but 20 years of hip hop based off of 93 to 30 years. But it's not coherent. It's not something that you could lay claim to in that time. You missed a whole bunch of hip hop, like you missed a whole bunch of life. If you was born in the 90s, you don't know shit about America, and you're an American. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you just missed life.
Yeah.
So you missed life and you missed music. So you ain't really get a chance to have an appreciation for music as a whole. So like your birth in this part of your life, there's places that you miss it.
Hey, that's real. That's peace. That's definitely peace. Yep. Don't sit on the speakers. One of my favorite joints, Sleeper. Man, me and Fourth, we did that because, like I said, the concept just come. He was DJing in the crib. I went to Pittsburgh, and that was a real. And you remember Hakim? I was telling you when I went out there to Pittsburgh.
Do you know that was 7 years ago?
Yes.
You know how I know it? Because on Facebook, you gave me the video to post, and it came up yesterday.
Yep.
They said it was 7 years ago.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Wow.
We didn't even know what to do with that. Yeah, it was so. That's the first time my son heard it. He was like, "Yo, I love this joint." That's Zeke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it had to be Zeke.
Zeke. Yeah, exactly. Because it was like he was cutting. And he was watching a documentary on hip hop, and he's like, "Yo," he was telling me about the first female rapper, Shy Rock, whatever. It was just something we just covered. So it was like, "Yo." There you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shy Rock. Yeah, exactly. Angie Stone.
Angie Stone. Yeah. Angie Stone was the first. I think, was she the first on record? Were they the first on record? But Shy Rock was the first female. Shy Rock actually lives in Central Texas, near Fort Hood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
She lives
That's
out there.
beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know if she still does, but her daughter, because I think her daughter raps too.
Nice.
I never got a chance to meet her, but she.
I would love to hear her.
Yeah.
She's heavy in the industry too. Yeah.
Yeah. God, let me ask you a question, because I'm looking at Mustard Seed right now. As I just don't. We might just kind of veer off because I don't trust how they have the lyrics on here. I don't know how many people even. Hey, God, did you? I'm asking Knowledge Born. Did you know that Priest had a book with his? I have the book right here. Do you know the one with the lyrics?
Yeah.
Do you have a copy of that?
I don't have a physical copy, but I've seen it.
Yeah, it's very, very, very dope. Yeah, that was very. I have a couple copies of it. I might bless you with one, but probably not.
That's like
selfish like that.
That's like the Holy Tab. That's like the Holy Tab.
The Holy Tab.
You have to agree. I should have made other different. I should have made other colors of it. Yeah, you killing it with
really, that. What made you? Made you decide to do that, Priest?
I couldn't stand them always messing up my lyrics. Oh, like you said, online they was always messing up my lyrics, and I was like, no, I didn't say that. Don't make sense. You know, me and Jizzy, that's when we used to read it. Like I wouldn't say nothing like that. That don't even make sense. So you know, it's like So I said, you know, I'll give them this, and then say exactly what I meant there. And then it was something that I wanted to do for a minute for hip hop.
Yeah.
Just to illustrate a book and just real right, you know. So
that was the plus of getting the real CD, the insert.
Yeah.
The insert
Yeah.
was the greatest gift that you could ever receive. So
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
before the magazines, were doing anything, whatever, like if you got the insert, the real insert of the tape or the CD, you could fold it out and see what it is. You might get some lyrics, you might get who was behind
Remember
the
that?
scenes and who the artist,
remember
who
that.
the artist
Yeah.
thanked. Like who the artist thanked. You know what I'm saying? Big
Pre-
Pun said I like to give thanks to God and the devil on Capital.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Wow,
saying?
that's
And it was
crazy.
like,
I'm looking over Rap Genius right now, and I'm gonna tell you, you definitely
right.
you need to get one of your diehards to be in charge of going in, and putting
you
this
can.
there.
I'm going to do that, and you know what? You have this thing now that you can play it, and so I could just fix certain words. So the computer would listen to the song and would get most of it right from the computer, and just fix. I just fix like if they don't understand Archon, they might say another word if they're not familiar with the word.
Right. So AI is doing that. Now that's we definitely, because I think that it's a disservice to these projects, which are really, hip hop books in sound, right? To do that, because I'm looking through there I can't. This is not my data. Got to be always on point. I don't feel good about what they got on here.
Alien Stars, they kind of messed up. I was like, yo, somebody brought that up to me.
Mm-hmm.
When they messed that up, I was like, oh man, come on, that's one of the lyrics that I wanted in there because it was a play on something else.
Yeah.
And what that part was, the what was the part? I born it. I could take a word. I said, I could take a top with that's worthless. Born it. Now it's in your popular now in your popular circuits. No, I said I could take a topic that's worthless. Born it. Now it's in your popular searches. See, that was a play off Rod because they said something else.
That's rarely heard.
Flip it in a daily word. Exactly. Yeah.
Man,
so I said I can take a topic that's worthless. Born it. Now it's in your popular searches. So they kind of messed it all up,
trending, right? That's trending, and that's what you just explained. How what we have that seems to go what they call viral today, right?
Right.
That's another thing that you're capable of doing because of who you are as an artist. You're able to put light on something that brings the audience into like awareness of a subject matter. Like y'all should know about this, right?
Right.
Yeah. Side note real quick about
that piece.
Would you be willing, if you go back in time and look at this, you would, if to be that ninth member, not that I think things worked out perfectly for you, but let's say to be that ninth member, you could have done that, right? But you would have to have given up half your talent. What would you have shown? You could have, and by the ninth member, I mean, and being in that position and being very, very famous, well known, all the accolades that come with, but you would have to give up half of what you're able to actually do.
Nope. I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it?
Nah, I wouldn't do it. This
man is obsolete. Okay, it would be obsolete.
Obsolete,
right? Or the joint. I remember the joint with what's his name that played Oscar on the
Yes, you talking about when he played the slot machine?
No, when he played
with the angel, Gabriel.
With Gabriel,
Gabriel. That was hard.
Like he's thinking, okay, I never made it, blah blah blah. So either him with the trumpet or him with the pool stick, it's the same, right?
Yeah.
So the thing and the thing with his son, Pip, right? So he's in three of these joints where it's a space where he has to deal with it, right? He has to deal with it. He has to deal with I never made it type of situation, blah blah blah. I'm thinking about taking myself up out of here because he's stifled by the thing that gives him the most joy. So whether it's the pool stick or whether it's the trumpet or his son, right? So he has
Right.
a strange relationship with the things that he loves. You see what I'm saying? So he has an estranged
Yeah.
relationship with the things that he loves and that brings him joy, that brings him comfort, that happens to be something that the world loves too. So
Right.
to sacrifice half of your talent to fit in a box that wasn't made for you in the first place. It was a mercy to have what you, Killah, and Allah just had together to be absorbed by
And
it.
Killah.
Right,
And
right.
Master Killah.
So yeah, so you, Master Killah, and Jizza, what y'all had with that trifecta
Right.
over there to be absorbed, they benefited the most from it. You understand? In regards to the thing that people call a group, I don't call it a group, right? To be absorbed by it as they absorbed in all of these other ways. So it's an estranged relationship, right? So back to
Yeah.
they try to hide me till I say I judge wisely, right? So we
Right.
know what I judge wisely and whom I judge wisely was directed at the time, but what
Right.
it did for the world. Now it's undeniable. You can't go back. You understand what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can't go back.
No,
You can't.
exactly.
Yeah, you can't shrink back into the body. You don't become David Banner no more. You just a Hulk.
Woo.
You see what I'm saying?
Turn
So
myself loose.
Lord Messiah continues to live
Hey, you
because
know,
Lord Messiah becomes Lord's son. You understand what I'm saying? So it just continues. So it's the same aspects in regards to it. It's
Right.
just how it radiates and then how it's received by the intended one. It's up to them. Go ahead, Lord. Pardon.
Yeah.
nah, yeah. That kind of makes me think. As MCs hearing priests, they have to pretend like they either wasn't aware that priest was still rhyming. That's how good it is. It's like they have to act as if um like, oh, I ain't know he, oh, Killer Priest still do music or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you hear him, it doesn't sound like 1996
Right.
effortlessly, like, and not an artist trying to be current,
I'm a
right?
problem. I'm a
Yeah,
problem right now.
yeah. And then one, I actually was joking
Yeah.
with Priest saying that I compared him with another MC, and I said, hey, they saying you and this brother is George Lucas and Steven Spielberg,
Whoa.
right? But actually, I was like, well, nah, Priest is probably the film. You know what I mean? Like, not even the archetype, not even to be compared to anyone, that chamber, right?
I'm nothing to
And
play with
so,
right now.
I'm glad. See, that's Priest. Walter be real humble, like, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
feel like,
I'm terrible.
Shout out
I'm
to those
Mr.
brothers.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you feel, and well, let me ask. I mean, I've asked you, I've never asked this on a personal level. Do you feel threatened by other MCs? Any sense of like, damn, I need to
I
step
feel
it up.
pity.
There it goes. There
I
it is.
feel pity.
There it is.
Yeah. More
Wow.
pity.
Uh,
Yeah.
I pity the fool.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Shout out to the
Mr.
great
T.
Mr. T.
wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And that's me. I
Yeah.
drink a lot of
Yeah.
tea.
Yeah.
Mr. T.
Mr. T. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
you was at the, I think you was at a Griselda show a few years back. Were you? Wasn't a
Yeah.
Griselda was in LA and you were there?
Yes.
Who was
How you do that?
performing? Come on, man.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's something particular I want to ask because I am actually very shocked. I would love to
Yeah.
hear. I would instead of you invited them into your labyrinth. I would
Yeah.
love to see, because they do different things, right? Unexpected things. I would love to hear what that would sound like you going there, because people might think that, well, priest stays within the realm of his own, circumference with things, but no. I'll come where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see if it's all what it's cracked up to be. I would love to see that and see how you come off. How would you feel about that, priest?
No problem. No problem.
Well, somebody else was there at the show too, right?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, did y'all speak?
Yeah. We did.
You did. Wow.
It's mutual.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, it was dope. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's
We ran right into each other too.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting, because in the TV show Hulk, right? The Hulk, the reason why David Banner, what happened to him is what he was searching for. He couldn't. His wife died, right? His wife died in a car accident, I think it was. He was a doctor also, and he could not live with the fact that she had that he didn't have the adrenaline or to like open up the car door and save her. So he was, if you go back and you watch the Hulk, you'll see him like watching films of different people in these emergency situations, gaining the strength to do these. Like there was one I remember that it was a black woman, and she got her child out of some fire, and he was trying to figure out what was that produced that, because he was like, how come I didn't have that to save my wife? So he was always very traumatic, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just thinking with the Rockefeller mill thing, did you, let me stop. The saving of a person, shout out to a mill, the Wu-Tang, or what was revealed about, the industry and things like that. And she, people believe that you were the influence behind her leaving the industry like that, like saving her, like how maybe Dr. Banner was attempting to do with his wife.
You know what?
What?
I'm gonna let her speak on that. You know what I'm saying? The best way.
You might have her on the Podcraft?
Yeah, you know what? Doggy Diamond, shout out to he put it. I talked to her about it. She definitely would do it. Word.
Yeah,
and
she was so.
There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in that.
Right.
That whole.
There's a lot of speculation. People don't know. Like that was not. I know that from just personal conversation. It's not what. It's her story to even tell, but like.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the industry now, right? Hey.
She was
look
fed
at
up.
Someone like how Foxy Brown, right? It didn't.
Right.
When they're finished with you, they're finished with you. But if you leave on your own, that's different, right? Do you know who that happened to also? What's the sister name? There was a sister. She's a comedian. She was the sister that played the lawyer in New Jack City. You remember that? The lawyer?
Phyllis Yvonne Stickney.
Yes. Do you know who she was dating?
Yes.
Yeah. You know who she was dating?
That was crazy. Khalil. Yeah.
Khalil Muhammad, right? And she said that I chose to leave the industry because of who I was with, and instead of allowing, because they wasn't gonna fly with her being with him and everything he was saying, and you know what I mean. And she said I'd rather leave on my own terms.
Yeah.
And she said because when you leave on your own terms, you can always come back. She never said his name, but if you know, right? It's like that. Like I didn't leave because it wasn't work that I fly. I left under my own terms, and that's different.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, that's dope.
That's his name. Yep, she's a comedian power. Yep.
Did y'all ever do music together? Never asked you.
Me and the
You and
mill.
a mill. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
mm, yeah.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
for her stuff though. It's for her stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 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 That's beast. Um. So.
Waiting to hear it. Just joke.
Um. So priest, we wanted to. We're not gonna do the lyrics are just not like I like them.
Right.
I'm just gonna. I would really just like to go into more of Abraxas to ask you that how I think I may have asked you this, but I'm just try this again. How do you know where like I'll see you on a podcast and I can tell you're moving towards the next thing you're start. It ain't even like you're selling a product. It's just where your mindset is. So if you had 9 albums and you said like, when do you know? Like when do you know? Like I'm gonna drop something. I know music is cathartic for you too, but
Mm,
when do you like move into the next like okay now we're there like when you went through rockets to nebula that was a whole vibe train chamber that you were in right
right.
psychic world of war to read planet of the god they're like very definitive in your catalog
Right.
how do you like do you just get a feeling is it something you are inspired that you see that makes you say okay now it's time for this
Good question. Let's sit on that. Um.
hmm
So when do I get the feeling to move on? It's it's
yeah
it's kind of yeah. It's crazy because it's always going locomotive like fast. It's
hmm
going on,
hmm
and probably as soon as it, I get satisfied real quick, like when I'm done with it and moving on, because I don't know where the source of it. I know it's just the joy of loving the
hmm
music
Yeah.
and loving to create. So
Yeah.
it just it's a problem, good
Yeah.
problem.
A
It
good
just keep
problem.
coming like, yeah, it's like um right afterwards, I'm ready to see what's next. It's like once I listen to it, I'm like, okay. And then it just hit me like, okay, this is something that's dope. But I won't be there for long. David
Yeah.
Bryant, just keep just something might just spark me to keep going. It might be a song that I didn't put on the album,
Yeah. Yeah.
and sometimes that leads on into something else, or just a title. I just got a title today that hit me, and I was like, oh, this would be dope. Yeah.
Wow. So it's just and you're influenced by everything, I would assume. Are you
Yes.
also an observer
Yes.
of people? I remember me and you in Austin
Yeah.
a few months back and we were having a few libations
Right.
and we had you had
Right.
some fans, some people that came up to you.
Right.
I think people are kind of in shock sometimes how approachable you are. That's not just the podcast. Like, I mean, I
Right.
met you on the humble like that. Like, people would think that you would be a lot more like that's Killah Priest over there, right? It's very
Yeah.
approachable.
Yeah.
Um, is
Yeah.
that something you've always been like? Because I've met some I got
Yeah.
some horror stories. I've met some of the greats and been like, never again,
Never again. That's real.
never again.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the Jew says, never
Same.
again.
I got a
Yeah.
list as
Right.
well. I got a list as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, man. It's the love of nature, people, um, things, places, events, and
Yeah.
just like you said, I always wanted to do an album about the forest. Always.
Mhm.
I always wanted
Mhm.
to do um songs about ants and all of that, insects. And I was like, you know
Mhm.
what? I got the time now. I'm going to do it.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it happened. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do anything that like the best is. I I'm about to go crazy. The best is just started. I'm just getting started. it's just so much stuff that I have now that access and like, okay,
Yeah.
so now I could do this. Come on this journey with me, and we about to go on a ride. About to go on a ride.
Wow.
Put it
So
that way.
so the
You ever
forest,
heard your
that album.
album in nature? You ever played it in nature?
That's crazy.
Like how they
I
play
did do a
classical music to
song.
I played forest from beginning to end in the forest.
Wow.
Nature responds
Wow.
to what you put out. Like you made the album for them. You understand what I'm saying? Like the birds were
Wow.
responding, like the ants, the insects, and nature. Just like on this album, remember the trees, like the trees, there was a
Yeah.
response.
Yeah.
The water, there was a response. So there was a resounding theme in regards to entering the forest. If you out there, amongst the trees, if you out there amongst nature, and it's loud, it's it's on the speaker, so it's reverberating out in nature. You know what I mean? So it's
Yo,
reverberating out in nature. So there's another language that's there that is hidden from the listener. The listener might listen to it and be like, all right, Fox Chase, this, whatever the case may be. But you don't know how nature responds to this natural elements that exist right there that comes along with it.
Wow.
No, you were right on point. I did do a show and performed mostly all of Forest Pagosa, and children came. So with Notion, I was with Notion, not this one, the first one.
Yeah.
So this before the Abraxis. So I'm doing and then we had natives, we had a whole bunch of cats, and it was just like, yo, I felt clean. I felt like, oh, you know
Was
what?
that in Alaska?
This is something. No, this was in Pagosa. It's like Alaska. It's like Pagosa Springs, Colorado. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just like it. And yeah, Alaska too. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So, but children, she bringing her child it was an outdoor event, and then I'm performing ants and what's what else? I'm doing the intro, the intro to it, and it was it was a good feeling. You're right, because it was nothing but trees.
Yeah.
And it felt like the top of the trees were bending.
Wow.
They do respond though.
The master gardener and shit.
Yeah.
Gardener.
Walking in the garden in the cool of the day. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's fire.
It's a
that's
real
fire.
That album,
so, well,
The Forest, was that in any way inspired by Stevie Wonder's journey through the secret life of plants?
Oh man. Oh man, yo, listen. When I said Stevie walking through the talking to plants, short answer, it was a during that, but that's what didn't spark that. I always wanted to do song about plants. Actually, LaFleur from Minnie Riperton.
Yeah, Minnie
she did the so those are add on to it. So I was like, wait a minute, she did a song about flowers too. So it was just confirming that I got to do this a whole album about flowers. Yeah.
Wow. So wow.
Yeah, I saw him walking through the. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of Manly. Manly also has a book that it's one of the dope ones. It's called The Inner Lives of Minerals, Plants, and Animals.
Woo! Drop a bomb on it. That's crazy.
Manly wrote
everything. Crazy.
Yeah. The inner life of he from that perspective.
Right.
So just look, you're the subject matter. You're touching it with the greats. They say that Manly said that man is an inverted plant. Think about that. An inverted plant. Dope. If you I don't know if you can bring that up. Najborn, there is
Wow.
If you go an inverted plant, right, you'll show it. It really
Wow.
uses the symbol. Manley used it in a couple of his books. So it's imagine a tree, but it's turned upside down, right?
I know exactly what you man. That's
So he
crazy.
said
The
that
roots.
man is an inverted plant with its roots in space.
Mm,
See,
that's
and that
hard. That
and
right there.
that correlates with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad also, because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, in order for you to find the birth record of man, you must find the birth record of electricity.
Electricity.
Mm-hmm.
hmm hmm And he
Man,
said too that space, right? Like in space, you not in any spooky way, but that rarefied space is where all of these things come from, and that the unseen is made seen, right?
that's right.
It all correlates. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Pictures are
yeah,
made in the dark. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
They're developed in the
yeah,
they're developed in the dark. Yeah, that's
yes,
great.
yes. And
Yeah,
you
great.
touched that already. Like it's like your discography
Oh, yeah,
really. I think the closest you are the closest in your discography of what Manley I felt did with his books, all that he wrote on. He
man.
touched so much, and he didn't. And what's the similarity between y'all two is you can read
Mm,
Manley's books and it's not dated. It sounds like it was written for now.
right. Right.
That's
Wow.
hard to do, to have that level, that grasp of time and space, right? That you can, even listen to the greats like Run DMC. We appreciate the classics, but it
So
has
man,
evolved
yeah.
far beyond, here we go. Yeah.
Right. I got what you said. I got what you said. Yeah, exactly. No, no, no. That's real though.
Is
Yeah.
that something that you try to make sure? I don't know if MC can really make sure that your music doesn't sound dated. I don't know if we can
I
really
couldn't
control that.
yeah, I couldn't if I tried because I'm in the now
Yeah,
and
yeah.
being in the now because it's just like the forest. The forest never gets old, but it's ancient. It is old, but it never gets
hmm
old. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's just like the colors and the beautiful, how beautiful it is. It's just like the sun. So it's like engulfing that and becoming that and
Yeah.
being as one as that. Come on. That's Mr.
Yeah.
Universe. That's what
Wow, that's
that's
a
about.
great analogy, God, because you said it
Thank
now. You said the forest, right? Look at that for a moment. Everything that we see came from the earth, from the
you.
raw materials of the earth. No matter the iPhone or whatever, that came from out of the earth. Remember that the materials needed to make the iPhone existed 400 years ago,
Mm, I
right?
know. It's
All it
about to
is
go.
those same
Yeah.
materials being brought into the present time, configured in a certain ways to produce what we have now. But think about it. Where did it go? Where did it come from? It didn't come from anywhere but this planet, right?
Mm,
All
that's
drawn
right.
from, even that which is inorganic is only organic things coming together or being even perverted, stretching, taking
Mm,
it out of it's what nature intended it to make a lot of what we have today. That still comes from, it's still founded in something that is natural or real.
mm,
Yeah. They even call magic that natural. They call natural magic. That's what they call it. It's all founded
mm.
in the four elements. So I'm I think like the commandment of how you command words, right? Like you'll be talking and you hear words differently than many. Like the area. I mean, maybe this is something that MCs do, but like it is something that you ain't just making coming up with, look at how this word is broken down. That's an aspect of it, but what you do with it. I so many different
City.
bars that I've heard from you. I was like, I don't even understand how you did that. Like
Mm,
just it's not just something rhyming,
that's right.
right? Like to make it rhyme, but the cohesiveness of that really comes after this. It's there, right? It just happens, almost like you're speaking, but it just happens to rhyme.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so man, peace. That's man. That right there just gonna set me off to go off, turn into lightning. Yo. It's like that
Yeah.
right there, turn you right into lightning. You become that
Yeah.
energy. Man, you just gave me the man, that's that right there is what we do it for. And um to put out the music is even a great part of it. Now the source is whatever you make it, you know,
Mm.
and is whatever you make it. So
Wow.
inspiration is drawn from the universe itself. Everything we just said, it's like
Mm-hmm.
because you have you two Lord. I always tell you this. Like I told when I was born, y'all just have a gift of orientation, speaking it. See, I don't know if everybody caught that. Like what you said, I was like, oh, that was what you said. I heard it in another another vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that was profound. Word.
Wow. Well,
See,
I know
God
the
exists in
masters
a
that do
space
it.
like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And flow as well. When you said in my hidden message, never twist my lesson.
That's right.
It's a
I
cautionary
te-
tale, but they're going to do it anyway. You understand?
yeah,
Like so you have to see where they twist it so you can fix it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? So with the God in my hidden message, first you have to detect that there's a hidden message. So you might hear the God build, and the first response for people is to laugh.
Right,
It took me decades to figure out what I readily saw initially. I was like, oh no, these are not jokes. So in my
Oh
hidden
right,
yeah.
message, now you have to qualify it. Okay, there's a hidden message. So what's the apparent
right,
message that everybody else is getting? Oh, they think that this is a joke or this is a game. No, that's a trap for you. You're
right,
caught up in that
Mm.
trap. So that trap reveals your six, which you can't rise
Yeah.
above. So in my
right,
hidden message, never twist my lessons. Like so in that bar right there, for
right.
those who are seekers, for those who are supporters, who are fans, who are loyalists, whatever the case may be, like don't get this twisted. Don't
Nah,
get this twisted, right?
Yeah.
Because you can very easily
we-
be like, oh, this it's this way or it's that way. Whatever way you twist it up, you're twisting yourself up. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
do not try to bend the spoon. It's impossible. There is
Yeah.
no spoon.
not this. Right,
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like there is no spoon right there.
right.
Right.
So when
Sleight of hand.
right, it's prestidigitation,
Wow.
right? So
You know,
in
Right.
that in
that's
that hidden
interesting.
message, never twist my lesson. Go ahead, God, pardon.
No, no. I was just thinking. I'm looking up a lyric. So I consider Jay-Z to be a master of words, not just what people think is so popular. Like I really think he got that. Like he can do that. Like, even over some of your
Hmm.
favorite MCs, whether you hear him. But it's two parts. There was a person that raps that Priest has been. I think he's been on some tracks. I don't know if he's been on some tracks with. Yeah, they have. But the person doesn't really. He's kind of dated because he's got lost in a chamber. And I remember messaging him, and I was asking him about when was he going to drop something, and he was saying, "Yeah, I'm coming with something." But I asked him, I was kind of
I know this.
abrasive. I was like, yeah, like you still gonna do that same shit? Like I was not impressed with with what you dropped. Like
Mm,
your first album that you dropped. I was really everybody was thought you was gonna be that next dude, and it just wasn't that. And of course, I regret how I said that to him. Motherfuckers be saying stuff online to people, but it was like he had caught the Holy Ghost. It's like when rappers become saved and start doing Christian rap and shit. And
mm,
so I was telling him like it's almost like this to reason what Priest does. You almost have to say that he he made a deal with the devil. You know, I was like, I don't think motherfuckers make deal with the devils to be, you know, you be up there with Jay-Z or whatever. Not saying Jay-Z does that, but like, I don't think that's what it is. I think that's his God-given talent that he's that good. But you were right there with him, and what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, you wasn't inspired. You got lost in the chamber, and it reminded me of the movie Crossroads. Remember Robert Walker? The blues singer, who they said that Robert Walker made a deal with the
Yes.
devil, right?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
made a
That's what I
deal
was
with the
thinking of.
devil they have this. It was Ralph Macchio, because they were
Yeah.
looking for the lost blues song, Robert Walker's lost song that he did before he died. You know, they tell you that he made a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
If you ever watch Crossroads and you put the subtitles on, you'll find that that's not the devil.
Right.
Right.
That's something that people call me a legba.
Right.
A legba. There's no devil in spiritual, in African spirituality, but you have a
That's real.
legba, and that's who X Clan is saying at the end, the crossroads. And actually, that's where they sampled Crossroads from. Was it not Crossroads? That's where they sampled A Fire in Earth. Is from the movie Crossroads. The actual it's actually The Thrill Is Gone with BB King, right?
Wow.
But that's a legba, and white people would have you believe that is the devil when he is just he's contracts, right? He's contracts,
Right.
and so
like Sebek,
like the Robert Walker of it, right? A legba with a key
Right.
at the crossroads, right? Takes
Right.
you back to
Right.
South
They don't
Carolina, all
understand
that.
it.
They don't
Yeah.
understand that energy, right?
Tell them.
That
Right.
Alegba, that energy is the same energy that was the Joker in Dark Knight with Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
When I'm on camera
Yep.
out in my office, you'll see I have a big one of my students bought me from my born day this picture of the Joker. I'm a big fan of the Joker. Knowledge Born can tell you I emulate that character, but in that thing, that those colors of a Legba are the same colors that they use in the Dark Knight. Some say this is why Heath Ledger died. He was playing with that energy.
Yeah.
And but I say that to
Let me
say,
show
like,
you. Let me show you a trick.
oh
Remember?
yeah, yeah.
He was
He said,
warned
"Let
by
me show
Jack
you."
Nicholson because he couldn't recover.
He couldn't recover.
Right.
He needed
Right.
sleeping pills because it was haunting him. Right. Jack
Right.
Nichols actually told him. He said when he played the Joker, he said I needed therapy when I was done.
Michael B. Jordan, the one that he got into
Wow.
for DACA, he was inspired by that. He was studying Heath Ledger's Joker, and he said the same thing for him as well. He had to go seek therapy after that role.
For which
and
one?
If
In Sinners?
no, not the Sinners. The one what he did with Killmonger, quote unquote, in the Black Panther pantheon.
Yeah.
So he's there, and they go to interview him because he's shooting 2 movies at the same time. He's shooting Creed also. So if you go watch the interview that he does for Creed, he's in character so much with Killmonger that they don't even really get a good interview with him for his Creed character. So there's darkness that spills over from one character to the next, and the Creed pantheon becomes something that's engulfed in darkness because of the film.
Yeah.
So he doesn't come out of it until part 3, and part 3 becomes his directorial debut. So from Ryan Coogler to Stephen Cable Jr. to Michael B. Jordan, as far as the director. So there's a space that he's in that he has to come out of. That becomes a 6th man in that regard.
Wow. To me, that's what many priest projects evolved to. I see He Who Remains, like with Jonathan Major played in the that was Loki, right?
When he plays Kang?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Kang, but no, more important, that's Kang, but that's He Who Remains. It's a difference. I got the whole Marvel encyclopedia. It's the difference. It's interesting that that's the symbolism. That symbolism is. Look at the interesting thing. He plays basically. He is the Allah of the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
He who remains. He who remains. He's not Thanos. He's not. He who remains is that which is left when everything is done. And it was a black man. He was sitting there, and what did he say when they went to kill? He said, "You know, I'll be back, right? I'll be back." He's like, "Yeah,
exactly.
He said, "Y'all could just take. I could give you something." Trying to reason. He's like, the thing about it is, I'll be back. You can't get rid of this. It reminds me of like the Predator when he said, "You can't kill what can't be killed." I think that was the Predator Part 2, when there's no way to get rid of that. The archetypes is what everything else is based around. You can't remove oxygen and Idi Amin.
He said. Idi Amin said he said that he had a dream. He was telling his enemy at the top, sitting in her face, and you know where she was from. He said, I had a dream of how I'm supposed to die and when, and you're not in it. So let's go.
Whoa.
That was
yo. I
heard.
yeah.
Like,
have you ever seen that movie, The Rise and Fall of Idi Amin?
Yeah. I think that's what it's from. The documentary one or the movie?
No, it's actually
he was.
I saw it when I was little. I never.
Yeah, he was hard.
Back to it, hard.
Yeah, I mean it's hard.
Wow.
Don't believe all that stuff. That dude he was a general, yo.
Yeah, they have him. They freak us out with him being a cannibal and all of this.
Nah, he was.
Yeah.
He held it down. He trained with his arm. He was just the biggest one because he was the way he was doing it. He kicked out everybody. I think he gave China 24 hours. Said y'all got 24 hours to leave, and it was like he was about his people.
Wow, that's
yeah.
Priest, I've never asked you this. Yeah. Would like to get this done. Do you read a lot?
Not as much. Yeah. Not as much as I used to. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So in your rest, where are your books at? Is it they're just around or where do you keep your books?
Yeah. They're probably scattered about.
Yeah. So
I got this. You got to write in this though. This is empty.
What is that? Let me see that again.
My bed books is empty. Not one though.
Wow.
This book right here with the latch is burnt.
Yeah. Whoa. So that's like a journal. Oh wow.
Yeah, there's no writing in it.
Yeah.
So you feel those.
Saying. So what do you write your rhymes in?
Shout out to Cannabis.
In regular notebooks. Word is bond. Do you write your rhymes in regular notebooks or just?
I used to. Things change, right? With me now, I understand. Like I used to write. I don't write like that. It just come to me. So I understand what they say. Okay, Biggie could he could do it. He could just record. Me, I write, but I'm writing pieces here, pieces there, and pieces there. You know what I mean? I could construct it like, okay, this is what I want to do. But I have a old book. I have old books and just there's rhymes when I'm making it. It's all in. So I just basically I can come off the head now.
Wow.
Yeah, I know how to do that now. Yeah.
Is that just from years of just mastering?
Yeah. And I'm seasoned. I'm so seasoned. I'm terrible. I'm telling you, I'm a problem. Like right now, like some of this, some of the stuff that I got is going to be crazy. It's going to be interesting for me to see how people take this, because either you're going to label me over there, and I'm fine with that too. You know, it's just is all part of hip hop. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of, it's like we have so much stuff to do and so little time. So let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right.
let's make room. Let's make room, and let's really be artists and really do it. So
Right.
that's where I'm at with it.
Wow. That's man. No, I was wondering. I think we have a actual interview with Priest. Like I know I asked.
Magnificent interview.
Yeah, like I asked, and so for other people that interview him, I see you can see that he shows up if the questions are right and Priest is there. You know, if it's just the same mental dribble, I just think that yeah, nobody's been worthy to get that person.
Yeah,
Wow.
you got to be of a
So
certain mind state. Y'all in
Yeah.
tune, and when you're in tune, it's like, okay, so now you know everything will work. Right? If you don't understand the
right,
music, then you know.
right. Then you don't know how to even formulate. You know,
Yeah.
Priest. So
We talk
Knowledge
about
Bone had never
Archon.
heard Archon. No,
Nobody's gonna
never.
ask me about. Yeah, they're not gonna ask me about Archon and stuff like that. They just go, "What's that?" You know, you get into it and y'all breaking down lyrics like that. Oh man, we can talk. You know, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played a song by that you put out, and I hope one day you actually release it like on officially on a project. But I played it. Knowledge Bone had never heard it, and I played it for him. And it's a prelude to the. I didn't even realize it was a prelude to the Planet of the Gods. It's
Right.
called Lotus
mm,
Elephant.
Mm-hmm.
wow.
You remember
Yeah.
that?
Yes. Yes.
What
Yes.
was
Yes.
what was going through your mind when you did that? Like that Lotus Elephant. I mean, Knowledge Bone, are we able to play that now? I would. It's like a minute long. I really would just like the listener. And Priest has so much music that I don't even know if people have really ever heard that. Let
Yeah.
me just
I
say
don't
this:
think so either.
if he can play it, I want
Yeah.
you to think about whoever's out right now in this actual 1 minute just spiel. He covers anything that anyone is even attempting to do right now. Like very clear. Like it's one of my favorites.
Mhm.
I actually found a way to just I actually recorded it and just so I had it on my phone to just kind of just keep playing it like it was that dope to me.
And peace.
Are you able to play that Knowledge Bone? Lotus Elephant.
That was a chamber.
King Soha. Preach. King Soha. Preach. Skydiver with the guns at Leviathan. Stomp wall of king horses and the firemen. Super god spaceship that I'm flying in. Lost city where the fools rule environment. Rappers get ready, turn in your retirements. Judgment day, your head's the requirement. The ancient of rap, I wrote this on viruses. Rhymes are sacred as prayers over Ireland. I'm the fact about the myth, the truth about the lie. I came from a disc that was floating in the sky. I don't care about swag, my shock was on the rise. The man with the mask, helicopters in his eyes. I can tell you about the neutrons and the protons. I can tell you about the nomos and the dogons. All the shockers connect like it's Voltron. From liquid to gas to a snow form. But I really came to kill a one with goat horns. The Super Saiyan turn gorillas like Gohan. All Goku, J-Ron on Pro Tools. Gluten-free MC, no tofu. Cell planet with chemical clouds. Alien species land on the pinnacle owl. Atoms, hydrogen, positive charge. God's wrath, killer priest, planet of the gods.
Oh,
Nigga. I'm sorry. Like wow. Yeah.
oh,
Like Did you hear what the fuck he said? Like that's I would listen to that
Yeah,
and go, y'all gonna have to, somebody gotta address that. You know, Priest,
yeah,
when did you write that, and why wasn't that on Planet of the? I mean, he do shit like that too. He'll give you a little
man.
bit of something, and then
Yeah,
be like, nah.
yeah. Like I said, always creative. It's like it was. Sometimes it be like that though. Sometimes you do stuff, and they be like, damn, this. You go back to it like you just played. Like
Go through your
maybe that
list.
could have been on. Maybe that
Go
could have been
through,
on
go
Planet of
through
the
your
Gods.
list. All of these knockdown, drag out discussions y'all be having about these MCs. Go through your list. I'll wait for you. Go get your list. Go get everybody together. Oh, this guy, this girl, blah, blah, blah. Go get them.
I mean, even if I
It's
didn't
1
know
minute and
Priest, I
9
would have to
seconds.
say
It's 1
that.
minute and 9 seconds of life. But for everybody else,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
It's 1 minute, 9 seconds. Go get
I'm
everybody.
gonna
Go
see
get
if they got the
everybody who
lyrics for
does
that.
it and they talk about they do it and they talk shit like they do it. Go get them. And I
I want to
promise you
see if
won't
they even
remember them.
got the lyrics
You
for
won't
that.
remember them. You won't remember them. And you have to go through it in your way for your psyche to
That's
be
crazy.
prepared. And you've been in the psychic world for years.
Yeah.
You still like, yeah. Go ahead. Don't give me.
No,
Yeah.
I'm really trying to see. I know they ain't got that. Well, maybe. No, they ain't got it. I was just seeing. I think I was just asking for. They got Lotus Place. They don't have.
All the
Yeah,
King
I was
Horseman.
asking for two. I'm asking. I was asking a little bit too much for them to have that. But it's how he. I came from a ship that was floating in the sky. I think. Yeah. What?
Yeah. Came from a disc.
A dish that was floating in the sky. I'm the
Mm.
fact about what he said. I'm the
Truth about the
truth.
myth.
I'm the truth about
Yeah.
the myth. The
Yeah.
fact about the lie.
Lie. Yeah.
I think. Do you realize? So in a myth, right?
Floating in a
It's a
disc.
myth. Huh? Say it again.
Mhm. Floating in a disc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Floating in the
In the
dish.
sky. Yeah. I came from a disc that was
Sky.
floating in the
Floating
sky.
in the
Yeah.
sky. In a
Over.
myth, they said that mythology is usually rooted in a truth. I'm the truth about the myth.
Mm-hmm.
Like who says that? That is like saying I'm the DNA of what you are dealing with. Like when he who remains, right? I mean, we hear people have these elaborate bills and they, as Dr. Wesley Muhammad would say, they wax so exotically, right?
Mm.
They're just talking though. But when you see an MC do that, you are among the greats, and you can't
Right.
base that off of record sales. I It reminded me of this verse from Jay-Z off of, it was from the Pump It Up freestyle where he used Joe Budden's Pump It Up. He says,
Mm.
my new name is just the facts, while the rest of y'all just adjust the facts. Put words together just to match. I say what I feel, y'all adjust to that. He basically
Oh
saying
man.
what my critique is of MCs. Jay was saying right here,
It's
they
crazy.
put lyrics together just to match. He said, my new
Damn.
name is just the facts, while the rest of y'all just adjust the facts. I put words together, y'all put words together just to match. I say what I feel, y'all adjust to that.
Yeah, it's bar.
See, only
That's a bar.
the greats really say Priest is
That's a bar.
it's I mean,
Yeah, just to
Jay,
that.
you
That's
can't
crazy.
money can't buy that level of skill. You either got that or you not, or you got to get writers. I always told priests that like that's the like God gives it to who He gives it to. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but if you're an MC, you know what that is. Some people just speak and it, you know, it goes there, right? And I remember what Jay had said. I recall
That's
y'all
all.
record. He said, I recall y'all
Yeah,
record.
record.
You know, that's how I feel that embodies what priest does too, right? Like you
I
never gonna get
recall, y'all record. That's hard.
yeah. That's from was that Dead Pairs 3? I don't know J music like that, but I know that when things like that are significant, it'll
Yeah, I
stick because
never heard it
that's
more
a
like that.
truism in life. That's a truism in life.
Right.
When I would ask priest things where that come from? He's like, I don't, you know,
Yeah.
So you know, they just go hit record and then I'll let me show you. You know, they just happen to catch what that greatness, right? Very few people
Man,
can do that.
that's priest.
That's I mean, priest. I mean, we got more than what we bargained for. I didn't know we was gonna be able to get priests in there like that. A few knowledge.
Yeah, you ready? I told you he showed up. He's showing up. He showed up today.
Yeah.
That's the bane for the existence of hip hop. He's the bane.
You know what? That's what I was gonna say. I feel like he is Bane. He is the Bane in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Bane
Yeah, go ahead.
his whole how he handled Batman. He said,
physically,
what did he say?
literally, every way that he handled him.
Look,
He handled him
you know,
I heard. I haven't seen that yet. I know things got busy. I haven't seen it yet.
you've
Bang.
never seen
It's
that?
my man. Nah, they
You
said
lived it.
Bang.
You lived it. That's how you handle MCs. That's how you handle the
No,
mic.
I
That's how
miss
you
all
handle
it.
the thing.
I miss all the great movies. Like the ones you're supposed to see, I miss those
Yeah.
for some reason.
Wow.
Well, this is off the beaten path. This isn't something in the
No,
Dark Knight
Bang beat.
Pantheon.
He gave it to him.
Yeah, the Dark Knight
Wow.
Pantheon. He said, "Victory has defeated you."
All right, stop right there. He said that's
Damn.
what a lot happens with a lot of MCs, priests too.
Yeah.
Priests, maybe because
Yeah.
you didn't receive the commercial success that
Hmm.
others may have, and this is
Right.
why they have dwindled, right? I would never want to be there. That's kind of goes with that question: would you want to give up your talent for that fame, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he says to Batman, he says, "Victory has defeated you." What happens when motherfuckers start winning is they get lazy.
Victory has defeated you. That's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said victory has defeated. So they get into a fight. Let me kind of paint the picture. They get into a fight where Bruce. So remember, Bruce Wayne is really trying to be this guy, and he's rich. So it's hard to have
Right.
that hunger,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He living in Beverly Hills, trying to act like he from the slums of Brooklyn. It's hard to
He
write
living
like
a
that,
fake
right?
life. You're right.
Right. So he goes, so they getting ready to fight, and Bane, so he turns out the light. He Batman, like the bats, right?
Yeah.
Bane
Right.
says, "Oh, you think darkness is your ally. You've merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man, and by then it was nothing to me but blinding."
The shadows
You hear
betray
that?
you because they belong to
To
me. That's
me.
what he said to him. He
So
said,
this,
"The
A
shadows
shadow
yeah.
betray
between.
you because they
Oh
Priest.
my
belong to
God.
me."
Damn. Wait a minute. I gotta check out Brown. I gotta check out. Oh man.
I don't know if they done
Damn. The
flag
books of
even that
Bane.
scene. Can you even play that scene?
That's
Yeah,
the
Or
books
would they
of
just
Bane.
flag it?
they'll flag it.
They'll flag it. Okay.
Yeah.
Priest, I'll tell
Yeah.
you this. It's something that he
Send that
says
to.
in that. I'll send it to
Right.
you. He says some very whoever the writers was really was Christopher Nolan, the occultist, right? He
Okay.
said that when Batman first started to fight with him, he was like, he also said, "You fight like young man,
Young man with nothing held
like
back.
young man." Like that's how you exalt. That's how motherfuckers try to get in your beat. Like I'm gonna give him the hottest 16 I got, and be like, "Hey, you know, y'all doing 4 more songs, right?
Mhm.
You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose that gusto, right?" He said, "You fight
Mm.
like young man." He, as
Damn.
Bane is taking him to
Nothing.
task and beating
Damn.
him, he said, "I
Right.
was wondering what was going to break first,
Your
your
spirit
spirit or your
or your
body."
body.
So
Damn.
he literally breaks Bruce Wayne, Batman's back.
Yes.
There's a
Damn.
symbology of him breaking it is to say that he broke his spinal column.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
heard he beat Batman down.
he took everything that made him anything on both sides. He
Yeah.
was like, because he broke a promise, right? So he broke a
Yeah.
promise. He's in the society. He came and learned the secrets, and he wanted to be a vigilante, but he didn't even welcome in vigilantes. He wanted to do his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
This becomes his own thing, and this becomes his six. So it's like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, that's for the uninitiated, but we're not the
Yeah, that's what he
uninitiated.
said.
Are
He
we,
said,
Bruce?
yeah. He
You
said that's
understand?
for
He's
the
like, nah,
Damn.
don't play with me, son. He like, bang, and he run up on him, hooking off and all that. He's like,
Yeah. The League of Shadows.
theatricality, like all the
The
theatricality,
League of
all of that
Shadows.
stuff that you get away with everybody else. All that theatricality, it look like it's something, right? So no matter how loud they get, throw their ground and spit, clutch their fists, and throw up signs like a crib, and throw all types of fits, right? So all that theatrics that are there that folks might lean on, and it might work somewhere. Even I hit the button and cut out the lights. You like what?
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
it. He snatches him out of the darkness by his face. You understand? Like
That's
he
crazy.
snatched him by his face and his mask, and he's holding him.
That's the Iron Sheik. Did you know that Priest, one of his monikers is the Lord of Dark Sands?
Right.
That's for the old fans who really,
Yeah.
before there was a
A midnight.
the Lord of
Yeah, the midnight offering.
the midnight offering. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be an offering too.
I never thought about it, but you are definitely like Bane. It's a song that Priest had. I'm making sure this. I'm
I want to
verifying
watch
something.
Bane. I want to watch Bane. So I didn't know. See, my man
You
told
ain't
me
even gotta
he
watch the
beat.
movie. You could just watch
Yeah,
a couple
the
of the
Bane.
scenes because
Yeah,
like, all right,
I'm gonna send you that
Solo
fight scene,
Gems.
Lord. Yeah.
Yeah,
You said
Solo Gems.
solo
And
what?
he'll tell me. Solo Gems will tell me like because he Bane all he's Joker all that. He love all of that. So he'll
I'll
tell
have to
me about.
really have a conversation and see how far he can go. Me and him will have to have a
Oh
build
yeah,
on that to see
yeah.
how
Oh
far he
definitely,
can go
definitely,
because the
definitely.
Joker was
Oh,
the one the Joker was that's the Legba. He was the one the choice because in the Joker, did you see the Joker
uh,
God? That one? Did you see that one?
just the
That Dark
Joker.
Knight? Yeah, with the Joker. Did you
I
ever
saw
see
the
that
one
one?
with the red.
You did see the one with
Yeah,
Heath
I
Ledger?
saw the first one. My
You
favorite
did?
one. I saw the
Okay.
Cleef Ledger one. Yeah. Both. I saw
Okay.
both. Yeah.
So look at this. Remember, the Joker is so mathematics. Remember now, Batman is supposed to be this superhero. He's supposed to be a symbol. But
Right.
remember, when the Joker had him, he had Rachel in one place, strapped
Mm-hmm.
to a bomb, and he had Harvey
probably
Yeah.
in another.
Right.
He told Batman, he was like, remember they was beating him. He was like, give me the address. And he gave
Yeah.
him the wrong address. What
Right.
really was the right address. So remember, Bruce Wayne is in love with Rachel. So
Yeah.
he was gonna send the cops to get Harvey, and he was going to get Rachel, but that's not in the order thing.
Uh-huh.
Mathematically, Harvey was the symbol of justice in Gotham, right? And
Mm.
he was sent, but when he got there, he realized that the Joker had tricked him. He thought he was going
Mm.
to save Rachel, and only one of us was going to be to get to live. But that's what he was supposed to be. Batman was doing exactly what the fuck he was saying was wrong with Gotham. Everybody, when it comes down to it, do their own personal shit. They ain't as righteous as they think they are. That's why he was like, quit trying to be like them. They're schemers.
Right.
When the chips are down, you'll see these civilized people, they'll eat each other. Right? That's what Bane was showing. That's what the Joker was showing, the hypocrisy in Gotham. And so when he got there, remember, Harvey lived and Rachel died, which should have been the way it went, because Batman said he would want to be this invincible, lawful person, the symbol of something great, right? The Joker said, I'm helping you to be good, motherfucker, because you was gonna fuck up. Luckily, I gave you the address to do the right thing. That's right. Exact, right? But do you know that Bruce Wayne and the Joker are brothers? You know that, right? I'll save it. I'll say that.
I told you.
They brothers.
Next time you build with solo gems.
One last thing.
Yeah.
Where does this Batman? Where does it take place at?
Gotham.
Gotham. Do you know what Gotham is a play on? Let's see. Knowledge bomb. Quick, you better not be Googling, God.
No, I'm not. Me? No.
Knowledge born.
Oh, yeah.
You Googling, God?
I am.
Gotham is a play on the word Sodom and Gomorrah. Gotham is Sodom. It's the merging of that word.
Gotham, Gomorrah, and Sodom. Yeah, Gotham.
Yeah. That's what it is, right?
Wow.
And
Okay.
I can go deep in with that's one of my, again, Christian Nolan is an occultist.
Yeah.
Dark Knight ain't even dealing with
Dark Knight.
Batman.
I already know.
It's not. That whole piece, that's the Dark Knight of the soul. Bruce Wayne is actually going through the dark. Anybody that is dealing with any level of occult and on that journey, realize you go through what is called the Dark Night of the soul. And so so they just changes the Dark Knight, they call it, right?
Right.
But it's not the knight as an armor, but the true one is the Dark Night of the soul. You can look that up. It's the whole thing about you go through a level of depression when you feel like
he was always depressed. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know that was done by the Dark Night of the Soul is actually by the Apostle Paul? Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I shared a little.
I've heard that
one. Dark Night of the Soul. I give you another piece to this. Batman, right? Just to so you know that they play with everybody in plain sight. Batman, right? That ain't even who that is. Batman, when you take the B off of Batman, you have what? Atman. Look, hey, Knowledge Born, Google Atman, what that is. Share it with the Podcraft.
Yeah. Where's my? Let me see the I gotta see the chat.
You said Edmon or Atman?
Atman. So the word Batman, but just no B. Put it together. So it should be Atman.
Yeah, Hindu.
It's Hinduism, right?
Yeah.
It's the spiritual life. It's the spiritual life principle of the universe, expressing or regarded as inherent in the real self or the individual.
Right.
Okay. It is Hindu. So that's the self in Hindu, Atman. And that's what the Dark Night of the Soul is. It is the self going through what some would call, in Christianity, you would call it the prodigal son who leaves his father's house to go out into a strange land. And you would also, and that's in Bruce Wayne, his dad, right? He inherited Wayne Enterprises, but actually the Joker is the older son because he was dealing with the Joker's mom, right? The Joker's mom told him that, Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get up out of here, Lord.
All right, God.
I'm looking at the time. I'm pressed for the little time real quick. Word.
We did no problem.
Going in. Yeah,
You leave first.
Priest will be back. This is Walter Silent Ed. Hey, all right.
Peace, God.
All right, peace, Lord. Peace. So we do this.
I'm satisfied with the bill, Knowledge Born. I think we've exhausted it for this project. What do you think, Lord?
Definitely. So he'll be back tomorrow with AD on the regularly scheduled program, Monday and Thursday, and be on Wednesday. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, we get another dose. So I'm loving that, the dark night of the soul. I'm loving the polarities that exist. You exist in a space where you're dealing with the trauma and the drama, but you don't reconcile for both sides of your family. Arkham is his mother's maiden name, and that family, this is why they have the Arkham Asylum, because of her and her family's traumatic past. So militaristically, on one side, he has his father with Wayne Industries, but then his mother with Arkham. So this is what he really inherited. He's the orphan of the place that's responsible for the city, like his brother. You know what I'm saying? So his older brother catches the sting of the lash of the city directly, and he catches the sting of the lash of his parents or his family's decisions directly and indirectly. So that's what that is. And we're going to get up out of here. And we will be back, well, pleased to be back on tomorrow. So tune in. Shout out to AD, and hope y'all enjoyed yourself and got some benefit from this exchange, you know, the Septenaries analysis on my tea break. All right.
Kiss the ring, kiss the ring. And I'll spare the life.
Born natives in the flesh with the hidden wings. I'm talking angles that connect, it's a different thing. We royal priesthood, we the wizard kings.
The most anticipated.
Kiss the ring.
Scream the name out. For the priest. Supreme. All real, kiss the ring.
We the royal priesthood, we the wizard kings.
Smacking seas, watch you scream your majesty.
She's not a raven, not a dove, and not a pelican. The immortalized phoenix, universal element. The throne holder with the flow that's most eloquent. Bringing the rebellion, the mothership propelling it. I'm nicer than they ever fathomed every time I'm doing this. My energy is like slicing an atom to its nucleus. Interstellar, surpass astronomical. That's why my aura got a sparkle like a diamond do. Soaring through the sky, but I was born underground. Blood on the temple from the thorns in the crown. The seventh seal will open when the horn makes a sound. No time to mourn, you was born not to stick around. So start reflecting and atoning. I recollect the sectors I was known in, even long before the Greco-Roman. Time to bow and kiss the ring, you will respect the chosen. I won the battle before I select my next opponent. 6 million ways to die, they lied to the masses, but they never taught you how to rise up out the ashes. My intuition say we trapped inside a simulation, so I'm here to bring demolition to imitations. I dispelled the pressure when I held the scepter, the luminescent, iridescent solar cell receptor. I rebelled and I refused to sell the elder treasure. Time to unify, rebel against the hell forever. Every word in the verse you know it is Phoenix. Give the people rebirth like I'm growing a fetus. Say the truth with my chest like showing my cleavage. The mothership kiss the ring, cause we the ring.
Yeah, multitasking through the multiverse, immersed in the energy that broke the curse. In a thirst for higher works, dispersed out your speaker box like beta Taj. Days balance equal, vernal equinox, high voltage, frequent shocks, outward charged particles. Flares bring more color than carnivals, editorials, rhymes and written articles. Alkaline, my arsenal, I'm Canis Media, others are marginal. Fez, brilliant red like a cardinal. Flourishing with other Moorish kings, kiss the rings, mystic strings, beyond intellect, holistic beings, ecclesiastic, legendary like Atlantis. Reminded of divine protection, seeing the praying mantis. King Sharif on my throne, caliphate in the east. My influence increased from Greece to Mozambique. Crown jewel, laying new ground rules. Ibukare, my mind sparred in renowned schools. No parlay, gracious, build an oasis. Spacious, greatness, entire priesthood, traveling spaceships. Connect with lawmakers, Mahatmas, scholarly, those who know the truth about the Barbary. God's professor, private sector, beat the architecture. Tartarian, so on the microphone, a barbarian. Islam, Al Day and Bay. If we Voltron clans, we'll run circles round Satan like the photon band.
Jack fell down, broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. The black and brown came from the ground and filled the sun of the magma. I rap profound as a lounge so kneel in front of your master. From merry-go-rounds to burial grounds, I killed every one of you rappers. With my skills I can heal, but my tongue is disaster. The age seal is revealed in none of the chapters. Burn them on cheap wood, this is royal priesthood. There's cavities and casualties wherever we stood. When I black out, I see the bats route. I say things that make the cats crouch. Wings from my back sprout, serpents coil. Anoint the head with virgin oil, drip with olives. We sit in garments and spit astrologic. Regardless, we goddess and goddesses. And thick as the dip with the garlic. But hard as the chip, that's smart, that's trick knowledge. Nah, we kick knowledge while eating salad in a big palace. The roof open and the sky show a rich harvest. The Bitterman man, the black who a thick target.
Hey, yo, musically I'm married to the group, that's a wedding band. Cycle Jordan rings like Thanos with the heavy hand. The ringleader, the electric lamb. I'm staring at the rings like a breast exam. I'm peering out the next cycle at the drug ring, spirals in the dust ring. I made a campfire with the circle around the sun spring. I see rings in the flowers when the blossoms bloom. Like the onion rings out of supersonic boom. That's two holes in the middle of the BM. I seen rings in the middle of the tree limbs, clothed in the gospel, the noble apostle. I'm moving more circles than the O's in Morocco. My blow made the rocks blow. Killing sex traffickers, my flow freed the kids in the ring. From death massacre, priesthood, vampire hunters, arrest Dracula. Earth stage, I rock, never left in the ground, but smoke till I'm so high up the heavens down. 12 angels quickly circle me wherever I'm bound. Morris headband leader, that's a heraldry crown. Lying no sort of omens, bodies lammed on the floor. Purple rings of cerebellum, see who answers the door. As I quickly throws, they rain the snow rings like the sound of sleeping, playing ring toss with my chakras over mountain peaks. Now's of the owl chief, ornaments around the reef, alchemical, riding on the decibels around the streets. Brainstorm will let's gather the star charters. As every knee bends, kiss the rings of the Zod father. The Don Zada, in a sense, like the Nog Chomper, knowledge chomper. Kaharaja, squash him like a Kalabasa, Kali Lama. Dalai Lama lamp, Muhammad Ali Baba, uncontrolled votes. They all bowed down when we stood. Big flag, zigzag, zodiac, killer priesthood. Killer priesthood.
Scream the name out, royal priest. Leave the blood spilling in the street. King, supreme, all meal, kiss the ring. Scream the name out, royal priest. Leave the blood spilling in the street. King, supreme, all meal, kiss the ring.